Welcome to Valley Children's Stadium in Fresno, California, home to the Fresno State Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Fresno State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Cornhuskers will kick it off to get us underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Fresno State's offense will get the ball first. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. They bring him down, but not only does he recover the fumble, he gets the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. The Bulldogs have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to keep it in the air. Oh, they're after him. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And the first drive, man, both teams, they want to set the tone for the football game. The offense drove the ball down the field with some good success, but where it matters most, when you start to get in this area, the defense finds a way on 2nd down to get the big sack. Big 3rd down coming on this first drive.
Touchdown, Fresno State. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So Nebraska's offense will take the field for the first time. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. And the Huskers will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his big tight end. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
What a start for this offense throwing the ball. I love how they've come out in this game, and they've been aggressive. They've already scored a touchdown, and here they are taking another shot and getting a big play. If you're on defense, you have got to find a way to slow this quarterback down.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Bulldogs trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Wide out trying to get it in.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
Finding it tough to make positive yardage. Now 3rd and goal from the 2. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown Bulldogs. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Fielded in the end zone, it's Etienne. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. He'll pull it on the read. There he goes. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good 2nd down situations.
He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. The Huskers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Cornhuskers send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Here's a heat. The Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Throws to the wideout. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Quick completion on the out. He is denied. Cannot get to the 1st down marker, and it's 4th down coming. Fresno State will have to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the 1st quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play.
Turning it on! And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. That's the end of the period. Fresno State has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the 1st quarter as we take a look at the stats. The give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Motion from the back. Now the play fake. Intercepted. Speeding down the left side. Tag. extra point, they're up 21-0. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They really needed to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. And the quarterback goes down all the way back in his 4-yard line.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation, so the defense is just pinning their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football.
He goes down in the end zone. There's also a penalty marker, but I think it's going to be a safety either way. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Looking to throw on first down. Hauls it in. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41. Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to pass. Finds his man in the middle. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
A strike downfield. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're
touchdown, Fresno State! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency, Dave.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together, get some good mojo going.
Going to swing it on second down. And here's a fumble way behind the line.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you, because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Thought they had something set up there, but he'll be stopped just short, and it'll be fourth down. And the Huskers will line up to punt it away. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. Off the play fake on first down. Going for the big play. Got it inside the 10. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Looking to throw. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
And the defense finally steps up, man. They've had a tough day down here near the goal line defending the pass. Like, he's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. Nice job on this play. Nice.
Touchdown, Fresno State. A great catch and run for 6. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on the extra point. I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the crud out of them so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking them right to the face.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Grabbed behind the line, it's Harris. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
Wow, they've been waiting for that play, right? They haven't been throwing it a lot. They've been real sluggish. They've got no points on the scoreboard. And now they come up with an explosive play in the passing game to get them in a position to score some points here, hopefully a touchdown, before this first half closes out.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Etienne. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Makes the grab. Breaks into the open. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down. The Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Fires to the tight end. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Ball's at the 24, a lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the 1st down. Throws toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it. So, Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the 2nd.
Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Finds his man down the middle. They get him down, but they'll mark it beyond the line to gain. It's 1st down, Fresno State. They'll try to snap it quickly. Off-play action on 1st down. Still on his feet. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
He's got an open man. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Dances away. Now he's going to send this one deep to the right. And he makes the catch inside the 10. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half.
Pace, 27, jump. Okay, ready.
From the gun, looking for a man. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Fresno State lined up to kick off and start this second half. And he'll just take a knee. Will start at the 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions that you've got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams. Play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The give to the back. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position. How bold will they be on third down after that last run? From the gun, wants to pass. Wide open downfield. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. The Cornhuskers are marching down the field. They'll go to the ground. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Offside, defense.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They'll line up for a second down play. Quick handoff. Runs through a tackle. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. 8th play of the drive, and to keep this one going, they'll need to convert a 3rd and 5. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Trying to keep the drive alive. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and long. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down. Fresno State will have to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hooks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Harris. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. 1st down here for the offense. Quarterback on the keeper. Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big 1st down.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another 1st down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
They'll run it from the gun. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. From the gun, the ground game. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. Defense in press coverage. That's the end of the quarter, guys, and Fresno State is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And he'll try to keep that smooth leg swing going for the 2nd time today, this one from 34 yards out. Right down the boulevard, it's good. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. He'll keep it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive.
There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the fourth quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Gives him the big stiff arm. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Runs through the tackle. Got enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Bulldogs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Gives it on the option. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They'll run the option. Now the pitch. Shakes off the defender. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you, the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk gain. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground.
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody in bounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first down. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
And the Huskers come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Punts it out of the air, turning it on. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. New set of downs after the completion. to the air on first down. Gets it out fast. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you in.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
The Huskers will send out the punt unit. A low line drive and short kick. Punt will bounce out of bounds, and they're going to spot it at the 25. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and to keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just
flying down the right side? The 20. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw